Welcome to MojoPlays, and today we're looking at our picks for the 9 most powerful deities in The Legend of Zelda. For this list, we'll be showcasing, in no particular order, the most impressive gods, goddesses, and demons found throughout Nintendo's fantasy series. If you think there's an almighty being we missed, be sure to sing their praises in the comments below.
Before we begin, we publish new content all week long, so be sure to subscribe and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos.
The Golden Goddesses, Various. We may as well start with the franchise's creation story. As has been explained through several games, Din, Furore, and Nehru created the world out of chaos. Din, the goddess of power, created the earth. Nehru, the goddess of wisdom, gave the world law and order. And Furore, goddess of courage, created its life forms. Creating an entire world is undeniably powerful, though they also left behind the Triforce, a powerful artifact that grants any mortal their greatest desire. Even though they left their creations behind, the goddesses have intervened in certain events. When dark interlopers threatened the Triforce's sacred realm, they sent massive light spirits to stop them. And we can't forget about the time they flooded all of Hyrule just to stop Ganon's return. Hylia, Various. When the Golden Goddesses left the world, they put another goddess in charge of defending it and the Triforce. As Skyward Sword shows, Hylia's power was nearly unmatched, and she was able to seal away a mighty demon king and his monstrous minions. But she also showed another kind of power, voluntarily giving up her divinity so that she'd one day be reborn as mortal, able to wield the Triforce to defend the innocent. Eternally reborn as Zelda, some of the goddess's abilities stay with the princess. The magic from her lineage is immensely powerful, as she's always key to sealing away evil. The Great Deku Tree, Various. Power doesn't always come through strength. In the case of the Great Deku Tree, his sheer existence is enough. First seen in Ocarina of Time, this guardian deity looks after the children of the forest in whatever form they take. Their existence and well-being is usually linked to him. When he dies at the beginning of Ocarina, it causes monsters to find and infest Kokiri Forest. In Wind Waker, one Korok states that if his power disappears, so too will theirs. He's also a trusted ally to the Golden Goddesses, as both Wind Waker and Ocarina have him guarding a sacred stone for the chosen hero. And in Breath of the Wild, he guards the Master Sword through a veil of enchanted fog.
That is the weapon created by the ancient goddess. The sword that seals the darkness that only the chosen knight can wield against the Calamity Ganon.
The Four Giants, The Legend of Zelda, Majora's Mask. In the strange land of Termina, the citizens have their own guardian deities to worship. Each of the giants reside in one of 4 areas outside of Clocktown, keeping a watchful eye in their respective lands. And every year, the people celebrate their gods at the Carnival of Time, wearing masks to honor them. But the 4 giants are capable of more than bountiful harvests. When cursed, they each turn into monstrous foes with terrifying powers, and they bring chaos to the lands they're meant to protect, like poisonous water in the swamp and an unending winter in the mountains. But when they're freed, they can stop a moon from crashing into Earth. Now that's power. The Windfish, The Legend of Zelda, Link's Awakening. Koholint Island is an odd place, but its creator is much stranger. Link becomes stranded on the island following a dangerous storm. While everything seems like business as usual, he begins to uncover the larger mystery. Link explores multiple dungeons in order to get instruments that will wake the Windfish, who will be able to send him home. But some bosses will hint that this world will vanish if Link is successful. As it turns out, every monster, human, and animal is a figment of the Windfish's dream. The entire island doesn't actually exist. Actively creating a world and its inhabitants is some impressive divine work, but the power of its dreams alone was enough to conjure up the game's world and characters. Majora, The Legend of Zelda, Majora's Mask. The catalyst for every terrible thing that happens in the game, Majora's Mask is much more than what it appears to be. The mask was once used in hexing rituals by an ancient tribe, though they hid it away out of fear of the destruction it began to cause. With the tribe's disappearance from history, no one knows the mask's true nature or what really lies inside. But it's clearly something godlike given its relation to the fierce deity Mask, which also houses a powerful god. Whether it's a demon or worse, Majora showcases some impressive powers throughout the story. Aside from pulling the moon into Clocktown, Majora also curses several characters, including the four giants. Zephos and Cyclos, The Legend of Zelda, The Wind Waker. Although the Rito of the Wind Waker are protected by the guardian deity Valoo, they also worship two mighty wind gods. While they aren't major parts of the story, they both pass some of their impressive abilities onto Link. Zephos, the calmer of the two, can be found by his altar on Dragon Roost Island. He'll teach Link the Wind's Requiem, a song that lets him control the direction of the wind. His destructive brother Cyclos, on the other hand, will make Link work for his power. But in the end, he'll teach Link the Ballad of Gales, letting him summon cyclones to travel to various parts of the Great Sea. The Frog Brothers are crucial characters, giving Link mastery over the wind. Oshus, The Legend of Zelda, Phantom Hourglass. While this deity first appears as a kindly old man, his true form is that of the Ocean King, a giant white whale with mystical powers. While the Ocean King's world is connected to the Great Sea found in the Wind Waker, its people worship Oshus as their protector. Or they did until a monster named Bellum showed up and stole most of the Ocean King's life force. Bellum's attack on the Ocean King has consequences the world then pays for. But even in his Hylian form, Oshus will show a prowess for godly spells. He has some control over the flow of time, having created the titular Phantom Hourglass, though he's also shown some healing capabilities and can even grant wishes. Demise, The Legend of Zelda, Skyward Sword. When Hylia gave up her divinity, it was because of this vicious demon king. Demise is the source of all monsters, and leads an army of them against Hylia long before the series takes place. Being the beginning of every beast would be enough to earn Demise status as a powerful deity, but the ending of Skyward Sword solidifies him as a truly evil demonic entity. Upon defeat, he curses Link and Zelda to forever be reborn to face the reincarnation of his hatred. Other than being the most metal thing anyone could ever say, Demise's curse is the reason for the rest of the series. And as weird as it sounds to say, we're grateful the Demon King was such a sore loser.
Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed the video, there's more where that came from.